Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't adjust your television sets. Ryan McMahon hits the game winner. Hell, I'll take it. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe.
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. At this point, I'll take it. However I can get a dub in the Bronx right now with the New York Yankees playing the way that they've been playing, I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll run home with it. Even if it means, Ryan, I've only hit 3 balls into the air all season long. McMahon with the game-winning home run. He was surprised. I was surprised, and I know you must have been surprised. Around the 8th inning, I put the game on, and I start writing my prep work for the show, couple of notes I want to write down, and I was dog-walking Bubbles for putting in McMahon as a defensive replacement for Rosario, because if you remember, McMahon comes up in the 8th inning with a man on in the big spot, and all I can think is he really put a defensive replacement in. And now McMahon's going to be in a big spot. How can Baboon do this? But you know what? I got to give credit where credit is due. Even if maybe Baboon walked backwards into it and walked in a pile of shit tonight, McMahon has the game winner, and you got to feel good about this. Good atmosphere at the stadium on a Friday night in the Bronx. Great weather. You know, they shouldn't even won the game. They did. Victory, victory, victory. But the thing I'm most pumped about on the New York Yankees is Ben Rice. And you know what? Ben Rice is that guy. Now, when you see Aaron Judge in his first year and still had his struggles, and then you see him come along, you can tell when somebody's great. Robinson Cano, the same thing. When I saw him coming up, he was a 347 single hitter, and you could see him evolve. With the way that Ben Rice is hitting this year, right now, he's the most reliable offensive Yankee we have on the team. Yeah, above Aaron Judge. I know Judge has got the home runs, but it seems like whenever Ben Rice comes into the game, he makes an impact immediately. And I can see why Bubbles had him on the bench as a pinch hitter, but enough of that shit. We got to play this guy every day. You don't sit Ben Rice anymore. He doesn't need to catch, okay, because we don't need him getting hurt behind the dish. But you know what sticks out to me the most about Ben Rice? He's clutch. He hits for power. He's a smart dude, goes about the game the right way, and he's a tough kid. And that's everything a New York Yankee is supposed to be. Listen, man, we got a lot of counterfeit bills and fake bucks on the New York Yankees from the 5th spot all the way to the 9th spot. But I'm here to tell you, in all my years of watching baseball, man, Ben Rice is the legit goods. And it's going to be fun watching this guy evolve all year long. Another positive tonight, Bednar came in back-to-back good performances, 3 up, 3 down against the Angels. Put a guy on tonight, but he got out of the 9th inning, and that's exactly what the New York Yankees needed to do tonight. Cam Schlittler was on his game, like usual. I've never seen on the New York Yankees a kid that just burst onto the scene, and you can feel so reliable and put your feet up that he's going to get you 6 or 7 innings, and he's going to get you 7 strikeouts, and Cam Schlittler deals again tonight. So, you know, even with all the doom and gloom that we talk about and all the losses and that maybe the Yankees don't have the correct roster that they have, the 2 things that you can take back from the New York Yankees farm system, and we spend a lot of time talking about Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, and we might even spend more time talking about guys that are not here. But the dudes that are here right now, Cam Schlittler and Ben Rice, are performing and producing for the New York Yankees, and they should be celebrated for that because we do spend on a lot of time on the stuff that people do poorly, and that is a lot on the New York Yankees. So Bednar, Cam, Ben, McMahon, all good, right? But let's get to the negative. The New York Yankees were lucky to win this game tonight. Okay, they were lucky to win 4-2. When it got tied up with the home run, I was like, here we go again. And I was getting worried But thank God Bednar came in and took it, because the New York Yankees are spoiling quality starts from their stud pitchers. They don't give Cam Schlittler any run support. And now, in back-to-back nights, defensive miscues have cost W's for Fried and Cam Schlittler. So yesterday, if you remember, Rosario and the throw to Jazz over to second in the sixth inning that went into the outfield, that's what blew the game open. Max Fried had given up a single after that, and if it wasn't for the miscue, the inning would have ended right there. Then what happened tonight? Pop ball to center, Trent Grisham underneath it, and he drops it with his nonchalant senioritis ways, and we'll get to that. But all that aside, Trent Grisham cost the New York Yankees a run on a defensive miscue that was a makeable play. So now the New York Yankees, not only are they not hitting, but now it's starting to rear its evil head, okay, of the Yankees a couple of years ago, where all you need to do is put the ball in play to beat these guys. And now the New York Yankees, with the four-man rotation that they had for the first 3 weeks, and it looks like the only two decent guys we have right now are Max Fried and Cam Schlittler. The New York Yankees need to take advantage of those two starts. And the New York Yankees, they blew Max Fried's start, and tonight they did their best to blow Cam Schlittler's win. And you know what's so funny? Baseball's a funny sport. Duvall gets the win tonight. Another guy, I said it 3 nights ago, that Duvall should be in the Jonathan Loáisiga inning, as I like to call it. He should be the 6th inning guy. He should not be looking at high leverage situations in the 8th, and I understand you can't just pluck guys out and demote them immediately, because that might hurt their ego and that might hurt their performance. But let's not kid ourselves here. He's got a 7 ERA, and once again gave up a big home run in a big spot. It's not like Duvall's giving up these things in low leverage. It's when the pressure is on, he is giving up big hits, and that's exactly what you need the 8th inning guy to do. And that's why I'm always like, yo, Tim, King of the Hill from AutoZone, needs to be there in the 8th. He was tired tonight because they pitched him yesterday. I understand. Hedrick looked good. Hedrick looks really good, but he doesn't really look good when he's trying to pick off a guy at second base tonight. Dude, what are you doing? There's 2 outs. Concentrate on the runner. There's no reason to throw that ball in the center field, and that could have got a lot more uglier than it actually did. So the New York Yankees need to start hitting, period. Jazz Chisholm is still not hitting anything. Giancarlo Stanton is getting cold now. So the New York Yankees are having trouble scoring runs. You know, after it's all said and done tonight, it's the home run ball once again. You know, with these guys, and this falls on the manager, they should be instilling small ball, sacrifice flies, getting on base and hitting. And the at-bats that I'm seeing are just not matching up to that. When you guys aren't hitting and everybody's cold on the team offensively, that's when everybody needs to bear down, and what they need to do is start working at bats. No matter what, you need to give the guys in the dugout like Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, before they get up to the plate, as many looks as a starting pitcher as possible to set the table for your big boppers. But this is the problem. Trent Grisham, and this is the Michael K. shit aside, Trent Grisham should not be the leadoff hitter on the New York Yankees. I mean, this needs to end like right now. I'll give you some stats, or little factoids, as I like to call them. The Anaheim Angels series, for all those home runs that Aaron Judge hit, Trent Grisham was not in front of him a single time. He's a leadoff guy with a slugging of 239. He's hitting below 200. He's got about 7 hits on the season. And you know what? If he's going to not hit, he better be stellar in center field. And it's more of that lackadaisical bullshit from him. I can't stand the senioritis. Look at me. And he even caught a ball like in the 2nd inning tonight in his chest, running in on it. Listen, man, like if you want to be cool, you can do that on your own time. But I would just appreciate if you fucking put your head in the game and actually caught the ball. So listen, Kay said it was the win tonight, by the way. I was like, what? And of course, I get a million messages going, oh, Kay's going to think about you on this one. And what's so funny is that after it initially happened with me and Michael Kay, and you can check that out on the videos prior to this, my friends were talking. They're like, well, he's definitely thinking about you in the booth. And I'm like, I bet you he doesn't even think about me. And then he opened up his show for 25 minutes on me. So I guess he does think about me because as soon as he dropped the ball, I was thinking about Michael Kay. So I'm thinking he's thinking about New York Minute Sports as well. And think about us on Instagram, NEWYRKMIN. Go over there, like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe here, guys. But now, listen, Trent Grisham should not be the leadoff hitter, but it doesn't mean that he should be out of the lineup. I'm not saying that. It just means that he doesn't need to be a leadoff guy. Aaron Judge should be hitting 2-run home runs. He shouldn't be hitting single shots. So take Trent Grisham and put him down in the order, maybe in the 5th, maybe in the 6th spot. So this is actually what I wrote down during the game, and this is what I would like the lineup to look like. And let me know in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. Cody Bellinger leading off. Aaron Judge in the 2, Ben Rice in the 3, Big G in the 4, Trent Grisham in the 5 spot. Now, Trent Grisham in the 5 spot works because he does get that occasional pop, and the way that he has at bats, it would actually work out for a 5th spot hitter. And another thing tonight, if you looked at his first 2 at bats, he had 3 total pitches in those first 2 at bats he had in tonight's game. He swung on the first pitch tonight as a leadoff guy. That was almost like a cardinal sin 10 years ago. And what I said about before, setting the table for the guys behind you. As a leadoff guy, you're supposed to get up there, work the count full, get five to 8 pitches, foul a couple off. What your job is, the first at bat of the game, is to first get this pitcher's pitch count to as high as possible to get him out of the game to get to the bullpen. Your second is to get him to throw as many pitches, different pitches that he's going to throw that night so other hitters in the dugout can see what the guys got that night. Then start fouling things off because you got to see how the ball drops in the strike zone, and Trent Grisham doesn't do that well enough. He's not a table setter. He's not a leadoff guy. I don't know why the New York Yankees have not been able to field a leadoff hitter on this team since like Brett Gardner. I always remember the Knicks in the 90s with their point guard, Charlie Ward. You know, that was the last time the New York Knicks actually had a point guard before Brunson. And the New York Yankees refused to put a pure leadoff guy in. And that's where the anger comes from, the frustration comes from my New York nuts right here on New York Minute. All the people that follow me, my loyal fan base that supports me every night in the comments. Thank you. Love you guys. You guys know, and the frustration stems from this team could be assembled a lot better. This team, the money could be allocated a lot better. So the New York Yankees have a lot of things to figure out, but tonight they got lucky. They got a win at home. That's exactly what they needed. So big W in the Bronx tonight, and what's better than the home cooking of the Kansas City Royals in the AL Central coming home? Can we get the Twins next, please? Because after this series, the New York Yankees schedule is a meat grinder, okay? We got Baltimore a lot, we got Boston a lot, and there is no easy victories in the 2026 Major League Baseball season so far because it's all over baseball, guys. Have you looked at the overall standings all over baseball? They are down. But the last thing, and I'll end on this, is I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear other teams' win-loss records. Like when your kid comes home and he gets a 67 on a test, and he turns to you and he goes, oh, but everybody else in the class got 70s. What are you going to say? You're going to say, I don't care what everybody else is doing. I care what you're doing. And that's exactly the way that I feel about the New York Yankees. Don't be looking to the right. Don't be looking to the left because the clown's in front of me, and that's the New York Yankees. And you shouldn't be worrying about other people not playing well. No, you should just be playing well and taking advantage of this time when everybody is still trying to get their shit together. And the New York Yankees could possibly stack some wins this weekend against the Royals, home cooking, like I said. And you can go over and try some of my home cooking at New York Minute Sports on Instagram. Anywhere in that smoke wagon you call the information superhighway, you can find my face. That's New York Minute Sports. Also, go to the New York Nuts merchandise line. That's that little beautiful blue link. Support the show. That's the only way we make money. We don't have sponsors. We don't want to tag anything on this. So please, guys, support the show by buying something and it's good quality, made in the USA, just like yours truly. And remember, if you can't be good, why don't you just be bad, baby? Good night, Canada.